of the skinification of hair care? No? Well, Michelle Oliver is here to tell us all about it. And Michelle, let's just start with what the heck skinification of hair care is. Why don't you explain it for us?
Absolutely. So the skinification of hair is really referencing the sophisticated formulas and ingredients that we normally find in skincare, but being used in hair care. And the reason I think we want to deep dive this is, first of all, why is it happening and how does it work, right? Because the skin and the hair, they look quite different. But in fact, they're very, very similar because they're made up of the exact same key substance, which is keratin. And keratin comes in all different shapes and forms, but it actually makes up 80% or over 80% of the epidermis and 95% of the hair.
See, that makes a lot of sense now and feels kind of obvious. So thank you so much for explaining that. You briefly mentioned some of the ways we're seeing the skincare and hair care worlds come together. Now, maybe walk through it in a bit more detail for us, starting with changes to hair cleansing.
Yes. Okay. So we're going to talk about technologies, ingredients, and options today. And the first one in cleansing is we're going to start with a banger. This is one of my favorites. This is all about exfoliation. So we use exfoliants for our body. Sometimes we do a deep exfoliating scrub for our face. And we're now seeing the option for exfoliation before our scalp. So what this means is we have options to cleanse, all those products, oils, things that build up on the skin to get that off of the scalp. So one option we have is an all vegan exfoliating cleanser. This uses perlite as well as lemon peel extract, and that actually removes the dirt and oil and product, but also leaves the skin feeling hydrated and nourished. So what a great option for someone who maybe doesn't wash their hair every day or is using protective styles like braids or wigs, and you just need a little extra care to really clean that scalp. Now, the next option in cleansing is called micellar technology. So micellar technology is super buzzword, especially when it comes to cleansing. So facial cleansers as well as makeup remover, right? So in hair care, what this actually is it's utilizing micellar technology to remove dirt and oil and product, but with a more gentle technology or action. And this uses positive and negative ions that actually pick up dirt and oil instead of using harsh surfactants. So the option that we have is actually a no rinse micellar cleanser. This is a cream that you apply to the hair or into the scalp, massage it in, brush it out, and it actually removes the dirt and oil and leaves the hair feeling fresh and clean. So you don't even have to shampoo if you don't have time.
Okay, that's pretty amazing. It's all the steps that we're using in our skincare, but it's happening on our heads, which feels so good already just talking about that for the scalp. Okay, next up, we're going to talk about dry aging hair, which is definitely a concern for a lot of us. So how are hair care products looking to address this right now?
Amazing. Okay, so I think going back to, they're both made out of the same thing, right? Skin and hair. And what happens that slows over time is the production of keratin. So as our skin ages, we all know our skin ages, so does our hair. It doesn't feel the same when we're 65 than it did when we were 15, right? And so one of the reasons for this is an ingredient called coenzyme Q10, which slows in production. So here we have, for example, BC Bonicure Q10 Time Restore. It's shampoo, conditioner, and mask. Deposits Q10 enzyme into the scalp, which helps replenish and reactivate the production of essential keratins. And it's exactly like what you see in skincare. We've been hearing about coenzyme Q10, and it's an amazing option for both hair and skin. Now, next, we're talking about dry hair, right? Everybody deals with dry skin as well as dry hair. And one of the key ingredients is hyaluronic acid. Works both for the skin as well as the hair. This is a buzzword in skincare, hyaluronic acid. And acid doesn't necessarily sound hydrating, but this ingredient is actually, it's something we produce naturally in our bodies, and it can hold up to 1,000 times its own weight in water. So we have hyaluronic moisture shampoo, conditioner, and mask, for example, that you could be using daily to replenish moisture levels, just like you do your skin. Now, on the note of ingredients, I wanted to do a skill testing question with you, Tracy. Some of these ingredients don't sound familiar or sort of unrecognizable. So have you ever heard of panthenol, and do you know what popular vitamin it is?
I have no idea. I mean, everything else you've talked about, I've heard about because we hear about it in skincare, but not panthenol. What is it?
Okay, so panthenol is actually one of the most popular ingredients, especially in hair care, but also skincare. It's vitamin B5, right? So it doesn't sound familiar, but we've all heard of vitamin B5. And this is actually not only providing moisture, but binding moisture. You have the same key ingredients like ascorbic acid. Maybe doesn't sound good, but that's actually just vitamin C, which we see in skin brightening serums and works really well as an antioxidant for hair care.
Okay. What is the last skinification trend that you're going to be sharing with us now, Michelle?
Amazing. Okay, Tracy, so this last one is really about options. We have some cool options in skincare that we're seeing trickle over into the hair care world. And one of those options is overnight serums. You might have applied an overnight serum to your face, slept on it, and then your skin feels amazing in the morning. So the work is happening while you sleep. For example, Alterna Caviar has an anti-aging overnight bonding serum. Okay, that was a mouthful. But this gets applied to your hair when you go to bed, and the work and the repair to your hair happens overnight. So it's just an amazing option to get a little bit of the more modern technologies or options for hair care that are coming down from that skincare world. And then last but not least, we have custom beauty. I mean, we are seeing this everywhere, right? So custom, whether it's a personalized fragrance or a monogrammed moisturizer or custom match foundation, we have the option to personalize our home regime with hair care as well. So the last two I'll show you, we have boosters now. So whatever you're doing at home, it's about personalizing that to you. So you can have color hold, for example, or bond repair booster. This is again anti-aging Alterna Caviar that can be put into your shampoos and conditioner, or excuse me, your conditioners and your masks. And this is popular in many different brands. So you have options all over.
Great lesson. Thanks, Michelle.